Long before the first pages of history were written, before borders divided nations, before roads crossed mountains and valleys, there were stories, stories carried not by ink, but by memory, stories spoken beneath ancient trees, stories shared around glowing fires as elders passed their wisdom to the next generation. Across Africa, these stories became the heartbeat of communities, preserving their history, values, triumphs, and hopes through the power of the spoken word. Some of these stories have survived for centuries. Others have faded with time, carried away like whispers on the wind. Yet many still live on, in songs, in ceremonies, in sacred places, and in the memories of those who continue to tell them. This is why we are here, to listen, to remember, to preserve the echoes of those who came before us. Welcome to Echoes of Our Ancestors. In the eastern heart of Africa lies a land of remarkable beauty, a land where snow rests upon mountains near the equator, where great lakes nourish life, where rivers carve ancient valleys, and where wildlife still roams across vast open plains. This is Kenya, a country whose strength lies not only in its breathtaking landscapes, but in the many communities that have called this land home for generations. More than 40 cultures, more than 40 languages, more than 40 unique ways of understanding the world, each one carrying memories that stretch far beyond written history. Our journey begins among the fertile highlands of central Kenya, where forests embrace rolling hills and one magnificent mountain rises above them all. Known today as Mount Kenya, and to the people who have lived in its shadow for generations as Kirinyaga, the Mountain of Brightness. For centuries, this mountain has stood as more than a landmark. It has been a guide, a place of reverence, a symbol of identity, and according to Kikuyu oral tradition, it is here that one of Kenya's most enduring stories begins. The morning sun rises slowly over the eastern horizon, casting its first golden rays upon the towering peaks of Mount Kenya. Known to the Kikuyu people as Kirinyaga, the Mountain of Brightness, its snow-covered summit glows against the deep blue African sky. Below its slopes, rivers begin their quiet journey through forests and fertile valleys, carrying life to the land just as they have for countless generations. The wind whispers through towering fig trees, birds welcome a new day with their songs, and the earth awakens beneath the footsteps of people whose story stretches back through the ages. To understand the Kikuyu is to understand that their story is inseparable from this mountain. Long before modern towns appeared across central Kenya, before colonial borders reshaped the landscape, before written records described these highlands, Mount Kenya stood as a constant presence. It watched over births and burials, seasons of abundance and years of hardship. It became more than a landmark. It became a symbol woven into the spiritual and cultural identity of an entire people. Today, the Kikuyu are the largest community in Kenya, known for their entrepreneurship, resilience, and influence in the country's social, political, and economic life. Yet their story begins far beyond the bustling cities and busy highways of modern Kenya. It begins in a world where history lived in memory, where elders carried knowledge instead of books, and where every generation inherited not only land but also the responsibility of preserving the stories of those who came before them. According to Kikuyu oral tradition, the beginning of their people lies in the hands of Ngai, the creator. The tradition tells of a man named Gikuyu and his wife Mumbi, whom Ngai settled near Kirinyaga. Together they became the founding parents of the Kikuyu people, Their daughters, remembered in Kikuyu tradition, became the ancestors of the community's clans. Through this story, generations have explained not only where they came from, but also the importance of family, kinship, and shared responsibility. For many Kikuyu, this tradition is not merely a tale from the distant past, it is a cultural foundation that continues to shape identity today. Historians, meanwhile, draw on archaeology, linguistics, and the study of migration to understand the community's past. Much of the evidence suggests that the ancestors of the Kikuyu were part of the wider Bantu migrations that gradually spread across Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa over many centuries. As communities moved, they adapted to new landscapes, developed farming techniques, exchanged knowledge with neighboring peoples, and established permanent settlements in the fertile highlands surrounding Mount Kenya. While historical research and oral tradition approach the past differently, together they reveal a people whose identity has been shaped by both memory and lived